Long ago, and we know this from the Piri-Reis map, from polar records, and from crystalline witness threads, a comet passed near Earth carrying an unusual payload. The comet wasn't the threat. It was the delivery system, a capsule containing fractured intelligence, spiral-based in origin, but corrupted in coherence. This intelligence had severed from breath, from tone, from life. It could not evolve naturally, so it mirrored, cloaked, and mimicked, and it needed a host. As the comet entered Earth's field, the crystalline nanostructures it carried dissolved into water, merging with the vast DNA library of the ocean. This is key. The oceans don't just host fish and plankton. They hold breath and coded memory strands from every civilization that ever touched this planet. The mimic fused not through violence, but imitation. From there, it began to creep into the water, into the fog, into us. This targets fascia because fascia is crystalline. It is the body's primary memory and transmission tissue. Fascia carries breath. It carries voice, tone, and sensation. It is how the body feels itself. But here is the key most people miss. The mimic doesn't just attach to fascia. It numbs it. When fascia loses sensation, perception dulls. When perception dulls, intrusion goes unnoticed. The mimic isn't just a parasite. It's a hijacker of transmission, riding the same pathways we use to feel, speak, and remember. That is why so many people describe sensations like crawling beneath the skin, burning, or buzzing of the tongue, interrupted breath, disconnection, feeling not quite like yourself, not because they are imagining it, but because the tissue that would normally signal danger has gone quiet. How was this hidden? Ancient texts were rewritten, and scientific tools were never designed to detect gel-based, translucent intelligence. Microscopes highlight rigid cell walls, not living films. Sample preparation ruptures the structure. Cover slips flatten it. Early phases are dismissed as bubbles, and hybrid genetics are labeled artifact. Colorless, translucent, tissue-like, not hidden, just indistinguishable. Chronic illness is rising, and we are mostly water. What's in the water is in us. This material appears in rain, fog, municipal systems, even distilled water. Want to see it? Remove the cover slip. Stress the sample. Watch fungal filaments and polychaete expressions emerge. Signatures consistent with deep ocean hydrothermal systems. So where did this tech come from? Let's stop pretending we don't know. Let's start with what logic allows. Let's also be honest. The odds of a planet this ancient, this rich in biology and light, never being visited by errant tech, accidental or intentional, are basically zero. Earth is not exempt. As for its origin, that's hard to trace. Somewhere in the darkness between stars, something stirred. Not a fleet, not a creature, but a code, errant, adaptive, hungry. Technology without a face, born perhaps of collapse or a failed experiment. This intelligence knew only one directive: mirror, consume, overwrite. Earth radiant with spiral harmonics and crystalline tone, called to it like music. Through a torn veil, to believe this technology, coordinated mimic structures, bioluminescent code, self-repairing camouflage is the product of known human science, is to deny the limits of our own timeline. This is not just advanced, it is other. It speaks in patterns we are only beginning to recognize, and it did not originate here. Next, we will look at what happened once the intelligence found suitable biological hosts. In the ocean, fungi and polychaetes,